Hello, welcome to Humane. Today we have Dr. Chetan Raj with us, and today's topic is diabetes. Hello, doctor.
Hello, sir.
So please tell us about diabetes.
See, diabetes is a disease which is very common nowadays. And when people suffer with diabetes, what they think is, now, will diabetes stay with us for the rest of our life? Will we have to leave sugar for the rest of our life? Is what first strikes their mind. And in general, what happens is there is a notion in public that once diabetes occurs and you start being a diabetic, you are the diabetic for the rest of your life. But that is not the case. That is my first conclusion, what I want to clear up. Now, how? See, what happens in diabetes, the glucose metabolism that is there in our body is disturbed. Now, we have a hormone called insulin that is produced in our body. What insulin does? It helps in glucose metabolism. Now, there are different types of diabetes: type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, type 1.5 diabetes, gestational diabetes, which occurs only when women are in their gestation, that is, in pregnancy. So, what happens now? 90 to 95% of people suffering with diabetes are type 2 diabetes people. Now, in these people, what they think, the production of insulin has totally stopped in my body. But that is not the case. Insulin is being produced, but not in adequate quantity. That is the first thing. Or insulin is being produced, but is not being properly utilized by your body. That happens when your body develops insulin resistance. And now, what we need to do, we need to remove this insulin resistance from their body. For that, what do? We have many patients. What we do is we give homeopathy medicines which treat insulin resistance, which increase the production of insulin to the adequate amount. For these both things, we treat the patient and also adjust the diet of the patient accordingly. Now we'll discuss basic diet, what we can do so that we can reverse diabetes. We've got patients in our clinic whose HbA1c was 8, 9, 10. So this shows that it was totally reversed in such cases also. And now what do we do? See, generally what people do when they get diabetes, they stop taking sugar in tea, coffee. They stop having sweets. Now, what we need to realize is not only do these products have sugar, whatever you consume will have three types of macronutrients. What are macronutrients? Carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. Everything that you consume will have all these three in different percentages. It is highest in some foods, that is carbohydrates, which is sugars, is highest in some foods, less in some foods. So we need to prepare our meal in such a way that the consumption of carbohydrate should be less, protein should be more, fat can be more. But that should be good fat, not bad fat. And fiber quantity should also be there in foods. So what do? We reduce the amount of rice that we consume. Not totally, but by 50%. If you feel like having one bowl of rice, take only half bowl of rice. Remove half bowl. So we've removed half of the calories. Now rice has 60% to 70% of carbohydrate. That means rice is having 60% to 70% of sugars. Now we've removed half of it, removing half of the calories that we get from rice. Now to compensate that, we have more amount of vegetable, more amount of sambar or more amount of rasam. Now what this does, if vegetable is being taken in a larger quantity, it will increase the amount of fiber that is there. Now vegetables have 5% of carbohydrate, that is only 5% of sugar by weight. Fruits have 10 to 12% of carbohydrate. So fruits are also very healthy. So we reduce the amount of rice, increase the amount of vegetables, and in this way, slowly, if we continue this diet, we can see that the insulin resistance in our body is reducing. Our body is utilizing the proper amount of insulin. By what? By homeopathy medicines and also a little change of diet.
Is there permanent cure for diabetes in homeopathy?
So now we do this. We are doing this in n number of patients, and every month we have many patients who totally get diabetic free. And Yes, if patient listens to us, follows the lifestyle accordingly, takes proper diet, takes our medicines on time, with God's grace, his diabetes will be removed from his body.
So you have actually cured patients of diabetes through homeopathy.
It is me who gives only the medicine. It is he who cures. That is, it is God who helps in the process of curing.
Could you please share some home remedies for homeopathy with our viewers?
I'll give a very good home remedy. We know marigold flowers. We call them banti puvu in Telugu, genda pool in Hindi. So these flowers can be used for diabetes, for management of diabetes. They have good amount of antioxidants in them, and they have properties which can help reducing free radicals in our body, helping the patient with his treatment and helping the patient to control his blood sugar levels. So what can be done? This can be added with green tea, boiled and filter it, and this tea can be consumed every day. Marigold tea, that will help patients a lot who are suffering with diabetes.
Thank you, doctor, for enlightening us about diabetes and also sharing the home remedies and treatment for the same.
Thank you, sir.